So welcome to Dzogchen Beara. We're going to be doing together what's called the Essential Phowa practice. The Essential Phowa practice is a practice that you can do for someone who has died, no matter how long ago, and also for someone who is dying right now. The practice is a visualization, and it's a universal practice. So we will use images, perhaps like the Buddha or Christ or Mary, St. Francis or so on. So no matter what tradition you are, you can do this practice and join into this practice. And if you feel that you have no connection to any of those formal traditions, then you will be able to use just the experience of light. So if you would like to get comfortable in your seat, wherever you are, so first, just to allow ourselves some time to settle back into ourselves. Be comfortable on our seat. And allowing the body to quieten. You're breathing and following the natural flow of our own breath. And allowing the mind to settle into ease and peace. And as we begin this practice, we can reflect that I experience suffering, but not only me, all beings everywhere. And we all yearn to be free of suffering and to find happiness. So consider that our motivation to do this practice for the sake of all sentient beings. And choose one person now who has died or who is dying to do this practice for. And imagine this person in front of you. And invoke in the space above their head the presence of a spiritual presence with whom they have a connection, such as Buddha or Christ, St. Francis, and if there is no such formal presence, then just to see and visualize pure golden light. And don't worry if you can't visualize them very clearly. Just fill your heart with their presence and trust that they are there. You see this presence not as flesh and blood, but as radiant light. Brilliant and loving. An embodiment of perfect wisdom. Boundless compassion. And with limitless power to benefit beings. Consider that the presence is actually there, alive and breathing. And gazing towards the person who has died or who is dying. Acknowledge any suffering of this person that needs healing. Become aware of any places in their body where there is pain. Illness or suffering. Any physical or emotional pain they suffered while they were dying. Acknowledge any old wounds that need healing. Any grief, fear, or old angers. Any aspects of their being that need purification. Any negativity or destructive emotions that they may want to release and purify. Acknowledge any need for forgiveness and any regrets they might have. Now ask the presence that you have invoked to help relieve and release the person's suffering. Imagine that the presence of light you have invoked is so moved by your sincere and heartfelt prayer that they respond with a loving smile and send out love and compassion in a stream of rays of light from their heart directly into the person who has died or is dying. As these touch and penetrate the person, they release all the causes of suffering. Allow these powerful rays to absorb into them and purify every part of them. Filling them with forgiveness, healing energy, confidence, and unconditional love. The rays also purify and transform every aspect of their body and painful memories. The light rays touch every part of them that needs purification. That needs healing or forgiveness. Notice where the light rays are not going and really direct them there. And you can see this person is totally immersed in light. And you just continue to do this for a little time. Then, after some time, consider that the release has been completely effected. So much so, their whole being, body and mind, is entirely transformed into light. Then they rise up in the form of light and dissolve into the heart of this divine presence, completely mixing light, mixing with light. And remain in this peaceful state with them as long as you can. And then when you're ready, we just let the visualization go. And we can dedicate this practice both for the person who has died or is dying, as well as for all beings, in order to relieve their suffering, bring them happiness, and ultimately help them to realize the true nature of their mind.